How close are you to the table? Because I have to be like right up in there to be. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Do you see how we put the Surreal Talk logo up on the wall?
No.
Look at
Nice.
it's there.
It's really cool.
Oh, it's fucked up now. It's up on the. Yeah. And it was smaller last time because it fit right on the
Wall. I've actually read the book.
Bob Lazar. He worked there, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, everybody? We got a couple of.
We're already on.
Yeah, I think we got a couple of firsties out
Son of a bitch.
here. Armand, you need some headphones?
Yeah, why
I
yada?
hear this. I just like to hear myself speak.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Holy shit, we got a bunch of people here. Keaton, Donna, Luar, Hunter, Kristen, Aaron, Anthony. Wow, already.
All right.
How are you guys doing
The
today?
stalwarts are all here.
They all say congratulations to Everett.
Hey, no, they don't.
That's what they said.
I'm not seeing that.
Oh wait, that's last week's episode.
Yeah, just when I needed him, I ruined my computer.
Some people's kids.
I need him, and he's screwing around at home with some baby.
Stupid domestic issues.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't got it live though. dude.
dereliction of duty is what it is.
You're licking.
I'm gonna die.
Are you sure? Are you sure we're live?
The dank says he's ready to clap alien cheeks.
Well, good, good. Can you quit that?
Oh, Schmeed. Later, Burnt. Is this working? Check one. Check one. Doesn't sound as good as it normally does. Something wrong here. What's going on in here?
I don't know.
Testing,
but
testing,
Sounds okay to me.
testing.
Yo.
Sound okay to you guys?
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Do you
Hello,
keep our
hello,
mic open
hello.
or closed?
Maybe we need to go hotter, I feel like.
Hotter mics?
I feel like hotter.
Mics are as hot as you can get.
I don't think so.
No
It's
hot?
basically just turning up the headsets at this point. Check one.
What's the URL?
To what?
Just send me a link
To what?
to our live stream.
Oh, it's youtube.com/Surreal Talk Podcast/live. I'm going to send it to you.
Nope, I don't need it.
Sent it anyway.
Don't need it. Oh, there we are.
Radon 5-1. Radon through the
And
night.
it's all the same people. Burnt Offering, Shold Schmeed, everyone else that I called out whenever I was looking at last week's. Hey, it fits on the wall now.
What does?
Our logo.
Well, yeah, I put it in vinyl. It's actually stuck to the wall up there.
Yeah, it was an expensive job.
Yes, it was. I didn't do it myself. Give it a couple more, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. Let people roll in.
Be discussing Area 51.
What did you guys talk about last week without me? I
We
haven't
talked
watched the
about
show. I didn't feel like
literally
Yes.
nothing.
Rather eclectic show.
No, we just did a social show. We listened to the voicemails, emails.
Did you get through all the old Armand ones?
No, I didn't hear those.
No. We didn't do the old Armand ones.
Well, then I'm going to have to do those today.
Yes, we will. You'll love these, Armand.
Yeah.
I don't
Where'd
know,
you
we may
start
have
at
played a
last
couple.
week?
If they're scathing, I'm
if you
sure
didn't do
Tony
those,
will
where did you
enjoy them
start?
too.
The last one I remembered.
If they're scathing, my voicemails.
Nappies. Well, yeah, that's got to go, dude.
I fucking hate that button.
That button sucks.
I got to turn that button off.
Let's just kill it with fire.
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that. Not again.
We never know.
So we lost our last board. Russell Burns says, fuck Eric. I
All
have to agree
right.
with you.
Well,
Russell's, he's okay.
yeah, he seems
Torchlight
rational,
says,
right?
poopy nappies. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, howdy, boys. It's old Schmeed. Schmeed, how you doing? Fuck
Ah,
yeah.
Shmee. Shmee is me.
Russell, I got feelings, man. You can't be saying stuff like that to me.
Why not?
It hurts.
Why not?
I mean, I guess he can.
You seem to be tolerating it well.
Plenty of people say fuck Everett, so I guess I got to take the
I think he
shots
gets
where I can
more.
get it.
Yeah, I think-
more. Duh. He gets
yeah.
tenfold more fucks than I get.
Do we have a shirt, a Fuck Everett shirt?
Last week's topic.
There will be.
That one will sell real well.
Nappies.
That's right. We were talking about it.
What were we talking about?
Well, we did a nappy.
Probably about
a nappy
me
is
having
an
poop.
Anglicism for a diaper. That's what we were doing on last week's show.
Anglicizing shit, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, mate. Oh, somebody tweeted at us and said we had good Scottish accents.
Oh.
I didn't think they were
Aye.
particularly good, but the
What
person
one?
on Twitter's was excited.
I can only imagine. I'm glad I didn't listen.
It's a dark licht nicht out Nacht.
Hey, Hey, man, this is a family show. Last week. Talking about last week.
When are these going up?
Tomorrow, probably.
Got enough of them?
I got 8. They're a starter check. I'm just checking to see how they work. They're any good.
It's not gonna. 8's not gonna make a.
Well, if we space them out right, it should. All we got to do is basically keep it from bouncing for more than
this
one
room
wall.
has a ton of bounce in it.
Just to them sitting in here, I can already tell it's better. Whenever I first came in, it was a lot less echoey.
Acoustically perfect.
Testing.
He's testing.
I think if you actually did it like recording studio booths, it'd work really well.
Well, probably. I mean, water's wet. It's a
Is
very
it?
obvious statement.
Because this
It's a truism.
is. I love this type of.
Material.
Yeah. I this is the best. Because I've had rooms that have been done with the flat stuff.
Right.
It
Check. What?
I mean, yeah.
I don't hear it too much after that.
No, you really don't. So.
Could Armand sit closer to the camera?
No.
No. We tried that before. Broke 2 cameras.
So
Must be
we're
one
gonna
of our
pass.
female listeners.
Yeah. So Team Eric.
Russell says he saw you on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh,
Much
boy.
respect.
Oh, good.
That wasn't the Armand you know today. That was a different
That's right.
Armand.
That was
Yeah,
many
that was a-
years ago.
How many years ago was that, Armand?
2002.
Kinder,
Really?
gentler
I was-
Armand.
Damn, that
Yeah.
I was 19 years old.
Before I was broke. The money's gone, by the way. Yeah,
So if you like him for that,
lost to the market.
you can go ahead and switch back to Team Eric.
What are you going to do to get it all back? You going to go on more shows and just try to win a bucket of money again?
I don't know.
Yeah, why don't you?
Dude, I bet
Maybe
we could clean
something
house.
is-
Listen, we get on the same episode, and I'll just say stupid shit. So then you
You'll
only
win
really
by
got to
default.
compete against one.
Yeah, well, it may be
But
something just as prosaic
gonna
as
take
going
30%.
back to podiatry.
30%.
I hate
Armand.
to say it. Well, I could be like that guy that cheated on the British version.
You should
ever
do.
see-
Yeah, I
you
mean
ever
that's
see that
fine.
one?
You can't
I saw
get
the
caught.
guy
We
on
have to do
it.
the quiz show scandal show. Haven't we done that one? Have we
I
done that?
haven't. I saw the one where the guy memorized the pattern on fucking whammies.
That's fair though. That's okay.
Yeah, that's in play, bud.
And
That's
somebody
in play.
apparently had-
Did the pricing on The Price is Right. Kept extensive records.
Yeah.
Really? And
Oh,
slayed it,
there's
huh?
a pretty good documentary about it.
Somebody
Wow.
apparently got the had exact
What's that? We all
spin
hate
on
you.
the
Oh.
Wheel of Fortune too. That hit the 5,000 every time or whatever. Apparently
Damn.
had their touch, which I don't know how you do that because that probably takes
That's-
practice.
That seems like it'd be
Did you tweet
real
out
tough.
shit?
No, actually, no.
All right, well,
Did you see the promo or the trailer for The Irishman came out today?
No, I
that a
saw
movie?
one picture of it of just them two of
Have you ever?
Pesci and
Yeah.
De Niro.
Talking about the Irish.
Have you ever?
Scorsese?
Yeah.
What's it? Who's the Irishman?
Hoffa.
Oh, another Hoffa movie?
Well, he's in
really?
it.
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know what it's
I mean,
about.
it's 3 Italians, so obviously it's The Irishman.
Yeah.
Pacino.
Oh, that's right. We talked about it.
Pesci.
Did you see the Tarantino movie?
De Niro. Not yet. Did I tell you my cousin went to the screening?
It's,
No.
it's I don't
You-
know.
you're-
Self-indulgent.
Of course it is. It's
long-
Tarantino.
Yeah, but not like that. I mean,
Oh, come on.
it's actually boring. I got to say.
It's
I don't know.
Tarantino?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
No,
Not The
Scorsese
Irishman.
is the Irishman.
Yeah,
Once
just-
upon a
He's talking
time in
about-
Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, that looks pretty good.
So my cousin
Well,
went
it
to
has
the.
its moments.
My
but-
cousin went to the
see
screening.
it?
Yes.
yeah.
My cousin
Say-
went to the
Tweet that.
screening at the Cineplex,
Yeah.
I do the group now. You group?
and they sat with Tarantino.
Yeah, I'll do it real quick.
They sat
I
with
got it right
Quentin.
here. I'm already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
Did they talk to him?
yeah.
What'd he say?
Don't spill that fucking Bloody Mary on me. I've got a white shirt on.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like Tarantino. Yeah.
Because when they came back from he was
Yeah.
sitting,
Uh-huh.
and he had to stand up to let him through.
I saw The Adventures of Don Juan, and I was sitting by Vincent Sherman, and he was
Adventures
like
of Don
96 years old.
96.
Yeah, at UCLA.
Vincent Sherman.
Yeah, the director. Yeah. I mean,
Where'd you see it at UCLA? They showed it at Royce or something?
yeah, Royce Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Errol Flynn.
Yep.
That's where
1948.
That's where the
Vivica Lynn
ceremonies.
Force.
Two of
Yeah.
two of her ceremonies were in Royce. The other, the commencement thing was in Pauley because
Group done.
Paul. Yeah, of
Huge,
course.
yeah.
Yeah.
Royce is beautiful.
What's
though,
up, Paul?
man.
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, the whole campus is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Who knows what the
That's
fuck
not
these guys
even
are
the
talking
same
about?
shirt I'm wearing.
But what's live right now? Yeah, it is. This is live.
No, I mean,
This is now. What happened to then?
that's weird.
passed
That's
it.
it's past.
I don't know. I just from our.
One of the better bits in
I
Spaceballs. That
copied the
So
web
good.
address
There's so many
from
good
our
bits.
YouTube.
You
The one he gave
idiots!
me, Surreal Talk
You've
podcast,
captured
podcast
the
live
stunt doubles.
instead of
So good.
what the YouTube one would be.
Oh.
So whenever I shared it, I guess it put the last thumbnail of the last time we used that live.
I think it was Nick's birthday a couple days ago, wasn't it?
Turned 50, I think. Yeah,
He turned 50?
I think so.
That poor
I don't
guy.
think that's true.
She gives great helmet.
Yes, she.
Nice dissolve. It's funny.
They went to Plaid.
It's Spaceball 1. They've gone to Plaid. I should have been in that movie.
You could have been. You could have played the John Candy character better than
You
I'm a
guys,
Mog.
You guys like that movie?
Spaceballs?
just for the
Fuck
stupid
yeah,
lines.
I love it. It's pop culture.
Oh,
it's
for
it's
God's
cult
sake,
classic,
Armand.
man.
If you like any Mel Brooks, you got to like that one.
He doesn't
I
like
like the
Mel
pro- I
Brooks.
like the producers.
Ask him what he thinks of Blazing Saddles.
What do you think of
Not
Blazing
funny.
Saddles?
Not funny.
I like the producers. I thought that was
Excuse
funny.
me while
High
I whip
Anxiety
this
was
out.
terrible.
My anxiety was.
The 12 Chairs was dumb.
Apparently,
was a
Ron
Hitchcock
says it,
send up, man.
I know.
It
It's not. It wasn't funny.
He had some scenes.
I
Yes,
mean,
Russell,
Blazing
we've heard of the
Saddles
Black
was a
Knight
laugh
Saddle,
riot
for
compared
sure.
to High Anxiety. You got to.
He doesn't like Young Frankenstein.
It was better than Blazing Saddles.
I don't know.
No, the producers was actually really good. I like that one. I thought that was
That's
really
like
funny.
your opinion, man.
Oh, you don't like that one?
Producers was good. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
Yeah,
it's good.
that was
Yeah.
funny.
No, it's funny.
It was witty and funny. The other ones were just dumb.
Wow.
Punching a horse in the face to me is not that funny.
Yeah,
a joke.
Sitting around a
Physical
fire eating
humor.
beans and everybody farting.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
We almost lost a $400 hand
Actually,
cart.
History of the World is pretty funny. I liked History of the World. That was
What are you
good.
clapping about?
Huh?
Clapping, we just stop
I'm
it.
just clapping.
So,
yeah.
Eric, are we going to do a show?
I'm
or-
hoping.
No, we're going to talk
I'm
about Mel
hoping.
Brooks movies.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, here, let the. Oh, hold on.
You fucker.
Caught it though.
You did catch it. God damn, that was almost close again.
What's he doing?
You gotta get a.
You didn't get the thing
Come
in
on, you gotta have the little scan disc in there so we can record.
Almost just talked to nothing for an hour.
Welcome to the Big D Club. Hey,
did we
brother,
say
I've been in the
your
Big D Club.
tirade? A lot of people want to hear that.
What?
Yeah, he went crazy last time we had a show. Everybody wants to hear it.
What happened?
Everyone did hear it.
Not in here. I'm talking about the
No,
listeners.
no, I'm not letting
Put it
you,
on there.
No, I'm not letting you
What
be
happened?
painted as a
Is
Saint?
It was
no
funny.
trying
Did
to
that not get
protect
released?
him.
Did that not get released?
No.
Let's release it.
What the hell happened? What did I
Yeah.
miss?
So Tony and Armand got into it. Armand got all
What do you mean
racist.
we got? I just sat here. He got it.
What?
He started calling people honkies and all kinds of stuff.
That's right.
Armand.
That's right.
Well,
I went off on Italians.
I can't say I support that
Jews.
sort of.
Yes.
Whoa,
yeah.
whoa.
Intolerance.
Supposed to say Hebrew.
Hebrews. Yes. Japanese Americans.
You guys ready to try this again?
Yes.
Here we go.
You're listening to Surreal Talk, a look inside the world of cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal.
Something's not right, man. Something's not right. Something's bullshit here, and I don't believe it.
Honestly, this crazy shit could be completely possible.
Could it? Disclaimer. We reserve the right to be wrong, ladies and gentlemen. You think you know the whole story? Think again.
Now your hosts, Eric and Everett.
Welcome to Surreal Talk, a look inside the world of cults, conspiracies, and the paranormal, a lineupmedia.fm production, and we are back with a full room today.
Full room. We've got Armand as always. This is Everett, by the way.
No, it isn't.
I'm back after last week. I was
the ghost
out.
of Everett.
Had a baby. That was a thing.
Yes, it was glorious without
He
you.
called me and he was like, "We had a baby eats a boy."
It's a boy.
No, it was a joke, from the old commercial. It's Bob. We had a baby eats a boy. Oh, it's Bob. They had a baby. It's a boy.
Oh, like
So
Home
you had-
Collect or something?
Yeah, so you didn't have to pay.
I don't remember that commercial. Was it a good one?
Yeah, it was a good one.
I guess it's cheating not having to pay for your long
yeah.
distance.
We've
know,
also got a
that's
perennial
economical.
guest.
No,
Tony.
not perennial.
Long time, lovely.
Intermittent.
No, perennial's about right. Once a year.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah. He's
3
been
or
on
4
like
times.
third time, fourth time now.
Sasquatch show.
Bigfoot show.
Slayed it, yeah. It was good.
Anyway, welcome back, Tony.
Yeah.
Good
Thank
to have you on the
you.
show.
Thank
Armand
you.
and Tony had a rift on their last This Ain't History recording, which will never make it to the public.
No, we'll do the show again when Armand can
Well, that-
talk about things
No,
from
yeah, but
history.
that-
For that, was he staying too on?
Do we still have that though? Can I listen to it?
It's
we
gotta
don't have to
exist.
release
There's no
it.
such
It's
thing
gotta
as
exist.
history.
It's got to exist.
Now that was history, isn't it?
It is. Maybe
So,
we'll do a show
that's
on
very
that show.
pertinent. Yeah,
That'd be
that was
very.
pertinent.
I'll listen to that.
That'd be very meta.
And then I'll bring the boxing gloves.
Anyway, so what are we talking about today, Everett?
So you can't have seen an internet story online lately and miss it. Oh, fuck, I'm really botching this. But
So if you've
Area
been on
51
Facebook at
a
all,
long time. Yeah.
there's been somebody
Yeah, we'll,
that's
practice.
organized this, Storm Area 51 thing on Facebook, which has 2 million people already said they're going and another 1.4 million interested in it. So that's like the recent resurgence in this entire thing right
Didn't
now.
we discuss that last week about us taking a group?
A little bit.
So-
yeah. So yeah, there,
You got to fix this real quick.
it's coming to my attention that people didn't know I was kidding about that.
I want to go to Vegas.
That was
Everybody wants to go
there
to
will
Vegas.
be no chartered bus to Area 51. That was literally a joke and a poll just to see if anyone would go. So sorry for the confusion. My bad. Okay, there we go.
There you go. You got it out.
Yeah.
Would you go if somebody else had a bus?
Yes.
Would you? I wouldn't want to go.
You got a bus?
Not the desert, man.
Have you
No, I
ever
don't have a
been
bus.
out to the high desert?
No.
It's hot.
Oh, you don't know what you're in for.
No.
You've been to Vegas.
I've been a welder though in 100-degree heat welding outside in the sun with full leather sleeves on. I've done that
All right,
All right.
that's
Carried it
for
close.
10 years.
You haven't carried a trunk through the desert with a big ass hairdryer, have you?
Yeah. Yeah. Only what I need to survive.
Okay, just making sure.
Are people going to die on this thing, you think?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Wow. What's the over-under on that?
I mean, how many people
deaths?
die on a normal expedition to someplace?
Well, we had that show.
The Doomsday Show?
Well, the National Park Show.
Oh yeah. A lot of people.
Kind of. This is a national monument almost.
I would say there's a lot more people going to die at this than a standard trip.
This is
through
like
Yosemite.
Costanza's. How many people die on a normal cruise?
What do you think, a dozen?
2, 3. Even Armand, even on my wife and I's honeymoon, we had one of those trips to Italy, the charter, the whole
Yeah.
deal. We had a guy die
What on a
I'm
ship
sorry
or what?
about
on a bus,
Well, how do you die?
heart attack.
Oh, well, that's random.
What? That's what I mean.
You
But
think heat strokes?
you get a big group of people together, someone's going to die.
That's
I don't
true.
know.
That's
I'd
that,
say-
I mean,
I'd
I
say-
don't know.
well-
There's a good chance as anything people dying.
Let's talk about Area 51, where it's at, what it is, before we get into
All
it.
right,
though.
you better
Definitely.
do that.
Can we explain why I'm here?
Why are
Yeah,
you
why
here,
is
Tony?
he
Tony
here?
is an expert on the topic.
No, because I've actually read the book on
He's
the
been there.
topic by a
A book.
real reporter.
Not the book.
But he's been there.
No, the book. Area
Inside.
51, The Definitive History by Annie Jacobson.
So she says.
I would highly, well, she's a Pulitzer Prize winner, so, you know.
We'll give her the
You're already
benefit of the doubt.
undermining his credentials. He
No,
hasn't even
I-
said anything. Let me do that.
Sorry.
That's what Armand's good
and
at.
this is not it's not a conspiracy book. It's a definitive history book. She talked to about
Fact, what she
18
can pull out of the record.
to 19 people who were retired Air Force or engineers or tech who got into the, what went on. There's only one chapter in the book that's sensational. The rest of it, though, it's really, really interesting. You would think, well, that's boring. There's no alien talk or no UFO talk. No, there is. There is.
What else has she written?
Operation Paperclip.
Yeah, I read that book.
She has written a book called Phenomenon about the
John
MK
Travolta?
Ultra and the mind control experiments.
Oh.
She has another one coming out
Bad movie.
that is something like, kill, retreat. It's about CIA special operatives. I think that's out this year if it's not out already. Very good writer. Highly recommend it. Area 51 is a fantastic read.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
I'll bring it in here.
Yeah. Am I just going to give you books?
Yeah.
Yes, give him books.
I give you
Well, what do you do
DVDs.
with
I
it?
never see them again.
You have DVD still?
Well,
I thought that was a gift.
for someone like him, the one set was.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I'm not gonna dial
You're
those.
not gonna watch the Earl
so
Flynn
what's
movies.
the common name for Area 51?
Eric's like, you're stopping this discussion now.
It's the United States Air Force Base, of course, but what do they call
Well, it was
it?
at Groom Lake.
Horny
it's also-
Airport.
Horny, isn't it?
Horny.
Horny? Is that what?
No, I'm joking, Armand. That was a joke. Gosh. See this guy?
Well,
Takes the
homie.
bait
I'm not
like
that,
that.
sure of my facts. I'll go out. I'm just.
Well, you know
rendering
that it's called Homey Airport. That's
rendering
that's,
opinions.
That's
interesting.
basically it.
Yeah.
You fly out of Las Vegas International Airport. What's that? McLaren. or
McCarran.
McCarran.
So,
Yeah.
McLaren.
so I've seen this flight
Yeah, it's
because
just the unmarked planes with the red stripe.
that's true.
No colors.
If you stay at the Mandalay Bay and you have a room looking out over McCarran,
Sure.
right across Las Vegas Boulevard, there's a private parking lot. The plane has its own little area.
I hear they're all fenced in. You can't
Yeah,
get
it
to
is. It is. The employees go from the lot walk up the steps to the plane. The plane is totally unmarked. I think it maybe has the designation letters on the tail or something.
Yeah.
And then it pulls out. Takes about 15 minutes to fly up to the to the Groom Lake facility.
60 minutes, like northwest of Las Vegas.
And then the plane flies back and picks up another load because people work around the clock.
Sure.
So it pretty much does like 5 or 6 trips a day.
I thought it was closed down.
No.
It's still operational.
Oh, totally. So if you know what to look for when you're in Las Vegas next time, especially, you practically have to be at the Mandalay. I don't think it'll work seeing it from another hotel. But, if you're on an upper level
Well, the good
floor,
thing about the Mandalay is you can walk right in the lobby, walk right into
Shark Tank.
go up the elevators, and walk right to a window, at one of the floors and look out over it. I mean, you don't have to have a room.
Fake news.
That's the way all those places work. You can go.
I don't know if it's high enough, but it might be. Yeah, you might be high enough there.
You can't. You don't have to be too high, I would think, from Mandalay because it's right there.
It's right there. I'm literally, because I took pictures as the people were boarding and sent it to my friends. Look, here's the Area 51 flight boarding.
The airline's called Janet.
Janet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Janet,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Janet airline.
Well, are you going to give us a little background on this?
I don't know about Janet.
Well, she's a lady. No, I don't know. That's just the mysterious airline. It's called Janet. That they were hiring in 2018 for pilots to do that.
Yeah.
But so yeah,
You still need to staff the plane.
yeah. I mean, yeah. There's got to be people that operate this entire. It's an airline. I mean, Delta's got people.
They say that the usage of this as an Air Force base stems back to the 40s whenever Eisenhower was looking for a place to test a top secret spy plane. Because the problem being back in that era, they needed to spy on the Russians, but they can't risk losing a plane. You fly them, too low, they'll shoot them down. So what they ended up starting to work there was for a project called Project Aquatone, which eventually developed a U-2 spy plane.
That's
It could
true.
fly up 60,000 feet.
90.
And
Yeah,
why
90,000? Wow.
did they choose the location?
It's fucking basically middle
Out
of
in the
nowhere.
middle, right? I would think
it is-
very isolated.
It is so remote.
Yes.
If you've ever traveled like north of Las Vegas,
No.
say you take Route 15 up into St. George, Utah. There's a lot of stuff along Route 15, even though it's the desert. And you're kind of going like northeast. You go straight north, I mean, there's nothing.
Really?
That's where they bury it. That's where the mob buries her.
Yeah.
Where I do
A
it.
bunch of holes with
That's why.
wise guys.
Yeah, that's the scene in Casino. Pesci and De Niro out in the desert.
You ever fucking go over my head?
You've been fucking warned.
I'll dig the fucking hole. It's my first fucking hole.
So it was also in World War II.
Goodfellas, isn't it?
It served as an aerial gun range.
Yes.
And it's right next to the Nevada nuclear test site, which is where they did over, 100 roughly 100 above ground atomic tests and many underground. We'll probably never know how many. I guess we do know how many, but
Can I just say that? I think you and I have talked about this before, Armand. When they used to post, there will be a nuclear detonation today at 3:00.
Really?
And they would post the schedule
where at?
and around
Facebook.
Vegas, and
Gotcha. Okay.
and tourists would drive out and go to the designated safe zone and watch the mushroom cloud.
Man, fuck that. I don't like Gamma.
And then the movie we talked about, The Conqueror, with John Wayne, which they shot in the Nevada desert, the story of Genghis Khan, and like 40 or 50% of the cast died of cancer.
Cancer.
John Wayne, Dick Powell, Susan Hayward, I think Agnes Moorehead was
they
in
were all
it.
heavy smokers.
Yeah, just a coincidence.
So John Wayne had lung cancer. Let's keep it
Downwind
moving.
from the atomic
Can you
test.
imagine? Just hey,
Oh, gee,
kids, want to
Polly.
go watch the nuclear bomb or the atomic bomb being set off
No,
today?
man, that's how you get turned into the Incredible Hulk.
I want to see it.
I'd
Or
love
Spider-Man. No, that was Gamma Rays. You got Spider-Man.
Same thing with Hulk.
to. Can I say, Eric,
So
your
they-
notes are, as always, are fantastic.
Yeah.
I love them.
I like the bulleted
I thought
points.
Everett
That's
did
like
it.
my shit.
Did you do it?
No, come
Oh, okay.
on.
No, this is
Sorry.
both of us.
Yeah,
What? You don't think this was both of us that did all these notes?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
But you're mentioning the development of the U2, but the biggest project there.
They'll never shoot one of those down.
Never.
Not a chance.
Not a chance. They'll never. You'll be fine.
Right.
But the biggest development was Project Oxcart,
Go on.
which leads to the SR-71.
The Blackbird.
Blackbird.
Okay. And the biggest thing now, while the U2 is just designed to fly high, it's
Take
going to be
pictures,
picked
yeah.
up on radar. Okay.
Ain't shit you can do about it, but
Yeah, I mean, you're going to fly above the missiles unless you're Gary Francis Powers. When you learn Francis Gary
Powers, yes.
Gary Powers. When you learn, oh no, the missiles can reach me, and then you get shot down.
Yeah.
always a bummer.
Well, it is. But in testing everything, you got to have a couple things. That remoteness, but also you're dealing with a lot of radar testing out there. Because if you're going to develop things that are stealthy
Right, you got to have the
And-
best tech to pick it up.
and have low radar profiles, you need room.
Yeah.
Okay. And you also
The no-fly zone out there is ginormous.
Exactly.
25 by 23.
I mean, bigger than that.
commercial airlines.
That's what
you don't
Sure.
even go near it. You fly well north, you fly well south in the Vegas flight pattern, right? So one of the first things they did at Area 51 is they have a huge pole. It's the radar pole, because they design a plane, you know, the fuselage, the wings, they put it on the pole, they blast the radar at it, and they read the signature.
See what bounces back.
And see what kind of bounce back they get. Now, in that part of the testing that's done in the Jacobson book, the Area 51 book, if you're an engineer, it's really fascinating. You know, because they're, you know, way back 70 years ago, they're trying to figure out how to reduce the profile on this, how to get, you know, how to become invisible to radar. And it's hugely, and once you enter the satellite age, where you know, okay, well, there can be a Russian bird above us. Yeah, you know,
Change the shit up.
you gotta be able to change it up. You've got to be able to be out there. You've got to be able to go. You know what? They're probably overhead right now. Time to pull the plane off the pole. Let's go.
Another thing too, like, not only did you not want the Russians to see, you couldn't have any people, like American citizens, seeing either. You want no one to see these tests at all.
Nothing.
Did you know the closest place you can get a line of sight is 26 miles
Yeah.
away? The closest overlook.
And they extended that to get it to 26, because there was some place where you could used to, probably years ago, you could get to a ridge and look in, but now, I mean, you can get to another ridge and you can't see anything.
Well, how far you can see on flat ground, quote unquote, 17 miles to the horizon. That's what they say.
To the horizon.
To the horizon.
So you can't even see it.
If you're up on a hill, you could. Up on a lookout, you can see much further. But for a 6-foot person, it's 17 miles, roughly.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
You know where you got the name Area 51?
Yeah.
Tony? Well,
It's plot 51 on
Exactly
the
right.
gunnery map.
right, the Nevada nuclear test site, which it was divided up into little divisions of, Area 1, Area 2, Area 3.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. A lot of people claim that they don't know where they got it, but if you do any kind of research, you'll quickly find
Every
out.
documentary I've seen, plus
Yeah.
it alludes to it immediately. They'll even show you an old gunnery map that has it all.
Yeah, all lined out which plot is
Exactly.
what. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see that on YouTube pretty easy right now, too. You're familiar with Project Sign?
I don't remember that one.
It's with cosine.
No, not the trigonometry.
Very good.
No, Project Sign was so back in the 40s and 50s, the government started seeing a lot of UFO reports that were out there, and they wanted to make sure that the military was made aware of every single one of these reports. But the interesting thing about Project Sign is it came at it from the approach that these were real sightings. These were unidentified objects. One, that's a given, and two, that they were probably alien or extraterrestrial. But once it got up to the higher ups that this was going on, they fucking immediately pretty much shut down Project Sign, reopened it back up into something called Project Grudge, which is the precursor for what everybody knows as Project Blue Book, which had something like 700 and something different reports of alien activity or UFOs, 100 of which actually remain unidentified. Most of them, it was fucking Venus. You can see all the redacted files. It was
Swamp
just
gas refracting off of Mercury.
well, for Men in Black, but no, they literally say that there was a mistake for the planet Venus. It was or a weather balloon, literally like case after case after case. You can see the date, St. Louis, 1974, weather balloon, something like
I
that.
remember that.
But 100 of them, they have not.
100 of
they're
them still remain unidentified.
unidentified.
It was an interesting thing because you can see the form, which take what you will, what you see on the internet, if it's real or not. But it seemed like there was very few options of what they said it could have been. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
On Project Sign, they were really taking the reports seriously.
Yeah, coming at it with under the assumption that it could be true.
And then when it made its way up to the military brass, did they go, well, of course you're seeing this stuff. We're testing all this stuff all over the place.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what military brass did other than shoot it down. Or not shoot it down, shut it down.
Shut it down. Yeah.
Shut it down.
Shoot it down.
Shoot it down. Is that what it was?
Yes.
That makes sense to me. You wouldn't want, it'd be kind of the laughing stock of the world if you got an agency out there really taking, at that point in time, taking these alien reports really seriously.
Who's the only president to have a UFO sighting?
Jimmy Carter.
Doesn't surprise me. He's something
Yes,
of a
of course.
hippie.
The obvious.
He was
yeah.
probably on the marijuanas. Goddamn hippie.
Who's going to die, him or Elizabeth II?
First?
Yeah, who'll die first?
Ooh, that's a good one. would say she will.
Think so?
Yeah, she's probably going down.
Well, I don't know. She's a
She'll
lizard.
never
She'll
die.
probably never
Yeah.
die. Yeah.
I don't know.
Eric's got the shirt. The queen is a lizard.
Yeah, she's a lizard. She is a lizard.
So I don't know. Probably Mr. Peanut, Jimmy Cotta.
You think?
Probably
Prince
so.
Philip?
Probably died building one of those habitat houses.
He's a real good guy.
He is.
So
So that fascinates me because I'm of the belief that the UFO thing is just a cover story for, one of our
top secret planes.
top secret planes got seen,
or some of our technology was seen. You don't think at all there's any chance, like with the Roswell story in 1947, they brought the wreckage of a saucer back, and have been housing it there.
Let me tell you what the Jacobson book says about it, because
What
this
does
is
the
the
Jacobson
one.
book say?
This is the one area where the book gets into real conspiracy. She says there was a crash, as told to her by
In Roswell, so
the
to speak.
people who
Or
were
in the area.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, in Roswell. Yeah, in Roswell. There was a crash, not a weather balloon. There were bodies recovered. And it was an experimental plane from Russia using their German technology from their German scientists.
So their version of paperclip would have got them.
Yeah. So whoever the Russian Werner von Braun was.
Right.
Right. And now here's where it gets really weird. And
Comrade von Braun.
okay. Yeah, whoever
Vronsky.
the Russian equivalent of Werner. It says the bodies recovered were experimentations from Joseph Mengele. Now that's
No
where
wonder they looked fucked up, huh?
that's why I have a hard time believing that
Those
part.
were the pilots that flew this
No,
experimental
on the plane or on the craft. Let's say I don't know who.
So for whatever reason, they shoved in a bunch of
was
Mengele rejects.
Well, because if something does go wrong, you have a story. Oh, there's
but-
aliens.
It was the sixth Michael
There's
Keaton.
gulag.
film.
There's a gulag on every corner in Russia, right?
Multiplicity.
We could have just went down and got a couple.
Now those are humans, though. We're talking about a Mengele experiment. So these people have these.
Yeah, but why would you send that rather than a regular human?
These unfortunate, because it looks weird,
I got you.
and we're pre-DNA testing and things like that.
True.
You know,
Fuck with them.
if you send someone
well.
if you send a small human with a big head, that somehow I don't know, but that's where I say that's the one chapter of the book that gets into the really out there.
Are you familiar?
Conspiracy
Does
stuff.
it talk about in those books the projects Have Donut, Have Drill, and Have Ferry?
Yeah, it does.
So what those were is in the 70s and 80s, the U.S. actually obtained Soviet MiG fighter jets.
Yes.
And did all the testing and reverse engineering of these at Area 51. So that's pretty cool. An actual real world use for Area 51 that is not alien.
I think that's where we get the movie Firefox. Is it Firefox?
Clint Eastwood?
Is that right? Clint Eastwood?
Yeah, the MiGs. Yeah.
Remember he goes
Went
and
to
steals
steal
the
it.
MiG?
Yeah, that's it.
And that came out early 80s?
It was like
70s.
And wasn't
maybe?
there something
81?
Armand from Korea? Was it a North Korean
The guy that defected?
defected
Yeah, they
in the
gave him
MiG?
100,000 or something. He got 100,000.
he was an Iraqi soldier though, wasn't he?
No, this was a North Korean, I think.
Oh, okay.
$100,000, I think he wanted. Yeah, they offered it, and he said, "Thank you."
I'll take it.
Yeah, he
Fuck yeah.
defected. Yeah.
But yeah,
$100,000, huh?
because
Got
the
balls. I like it.
the MiG-25 was the fastest jet in the world for quite a while. I mean, it could hit like Mach .256 or something.
.256.
That's
That's
got to be
2.56?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Yeah, 2.56.
Yeah.
So 2.5 times speed
Right.
of sound.
right.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's
It's
more-
faster than the Eagle. It's faster than the F-14 Tomcat.
Hall walls. Yeah.
You know.
Now, I think
Now-
the SR-71 is hypersonic.
Yeah.
That's 5 times speed of sound.
Yeah, because that thing can go from Washington, or it has gone from Washington to L.A. in 1 hour.
Yeah.
Really?
It's fucking amazing.
That thing-
That is
Against the
incredible.
jet stream.
Or is it L.A. to Washington?
Above the jet stream, I guess.
Well, who knows? Yeah, I don't.
Fuck.
Yeah. I
You
think
might want to
it's
look that one
above
up
it.
to see which way it went, but it's like an hour. They did it in an hour.
There's no way it went up over the pole to get there. I mean, it'd be crazy. It'd be like
No,
5 times the
it's
trip.
still going to fly the curved route because it's the quickest. But
Right.
yeah, it did coast to coast in an hour.
That's amazing.
But yeah, the reverse engineering on craft, because that's another thing. In the 70s, as you mentioned, those three projects. You don't necessarily want the Russians to know. Oh, we've got your MiGs, and we got a bunch of your aircraft stolen.
That was a huge deal, though. Whenever
gotta be
we finally got a hold of those MiGs, 'cause people were shitting their pants over MiGs. Every movie you saw in the '80s that had to do with fucking Russian airplanes.
It's a
Top
MiG.
Gun, Iron Eagle, both of them. The Russians have their MiGs, and we've got our fucking whatever we had, F-14s or.
F-18.
Who made the MiG?
McCoy and Gurevich.
Who was what nationality?
I think he was Ukrainian. He wasn't Armenian.
Well, he's got a Gurvich last
He's
name.
Armenian. You've said it many times before.
Oh, now you don't want to take advantage? Or take
Artem Mikoyan.
Yeah.
Artem McCoy.
Well, the fact of the matter is, it was a damn fine aircraft.
Yeah.
And it was worthy of being reverse engineered. You know, if you can get your hands on one. And what they developed next, the MiG-29 Fulcrum and the MiG-30, those are good aircraft. Now, when the Soviet Union fell apart and people started buying them, yeah, they crashed at air shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, because they're not being maintained.
And you don't have the strict training regimen you would have had
No.
as a Russian military or Soviet military, rather.
No.
I think that maintenance is pretty important, though.
So let's talk about the raid. Let's get around to that.
Yeah, so why is it so popular? We said earlier there's a big resurgence on, some guy made a Facebook event.
Yeah, I'm
People are
gonna
go.
load that group. Like, you can check out the, like, if you go right now to surrealtalkpodcast.com/area51, it'll redirect you to the Facebook group. Right now, it's saying there are 2 million going, 1.4 million interested. See if I can get a better count
I
rate.
love the interested part.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm interested.
I'm
Put me on-
interested.
put me on that grunch. I'm not going,
So-
but I'm interested.
Going, there are 8,317 interested, 1,476,653.
Wow.
Can you be more exact?
So I've got 5 friends that say, or I got more than 5 friends that say they're going here. No,
How about
I got
our
5 friends
listeners?
that say they're going.
You have 5 friends. that
You're
are
one
gonna-
of them.
Oh,
Eric says he's
I think
going.
I think that's from last week's show.
I mean,
That's funny. Kevin from the group is on there. He's going.
Oh yeah,
I don't
Kevin's
doubt
for
that.
Yeah,
sure.
Kevin would go. Yeah.
He's in that. He's in that. You got to.
You guys will see. You'll catch the movie next year when it comes out next fall. It's called Massacre at Groom Lake. No, it's by AJ.
Take plenty of water, Kevin.
Like,
Yeah, AJ said that in the chat. I thought it was funny.
that is funny. So, what do you think the likely outcome of a raid like this is going to be? Oh, you get 2 million people in the desert.
Yeah.
This has got tones of fucking Woodstock written all over,
traffic.
but way
No,
worse.
this is what's it? The Burning Man. It's like Burning Man. You might as
That's a
well do
good
that,
point.
right?
Yeah.
Same
You
thing.
got 2
isn't it?
million people go to Burning Man?
No.
No, 80,000.
Oh,
Like
okay. So we're another 20, 30 times
that? That's
that?
just an orgy, though, isn't it?
No, it's
a concert.
a whole bunch of
Oh.
things. Whole bunch of
I
things.
was gonna go too.
Oh, they wouldn't let you in. You're too old.
No. It's not your scene. Trust me.
They've heard of you.
I'll get a fake ID.
They're like, "Yo, you're that Kachigian
Sam,
motherfucker."
52.
A lot of people they want to pose this off as it's about the government being transparent. We want to know the secrets. What do you got? What are you keeping? But that's not. I mean, it's not really about that.
What are they gonna do?
Nobody
They're gonna
cares
knock down
enough.
the chain link fence.
Right. It's more
charge
about
the place.
Honestly, it's more about the meme, the party, the fucking.
Yeah.
It's not. From what I can tell, this isn't really real. There's probably.
There's going to be people to show
Let's
up.
talk percentages then. What percentage of the people who say they're going here are taking this serious? Even if you put 1% of those
1% is a
down,
lot. If it's a million, what 3?
2 million.
2 million.
Two
2
million
people
is
say
a-
they're going.
That's
2 million is a-
200,000.
It's 20,000.
20,000.
Hell yeah, Ramon.
Calm
Still
down,
a lot of
calm
people.
down.
Still a lot of people running out of fence.
10%. 200,000.
Yeah, 20,000 people though, man. That'd be nuts.
That'd be a lot. Yeah.
That's a
a
bunch.
good
That's a
showing.
shitload of people.
I think it's gonna be more than that. 1%'s got to be more.
How many
than
people
that.
go to?
I like around 10.
10%, that'd be 200,000 people. show up.
200,000.
I know.
Fuck, man.
Eric and I were talking about two.
That's a bad deal.
That's 4.
and let's look at like
That's
this
like 3 NFL stadiums worth of people out in the desert.
cram full. It's like a good NASCAR race. You know
I was
what I mean?
reading about a hotel out there.
Yeah, it's like Bristol.
Yeah.
There's
Or
a hotel
Daytona.
out there that's got like 10 rooms.
They're going to be
There's
busy.
no infrastructure. They have a tourism industry, but it's nothing that can handle.
That area can't handle 200,000 extra individuals being.
Where are they going to go to the restroom? Let's talk practicality.
Let's talk poop.
Well,
Yeah.
like San
What's
Francisco
up?
on the streets.
Well, they're going to create a new river in
Where do
that
you think
desert.
they're going to go?
Oh man.
P River.
I mean, just the waste alone.
Yeah. Can you
Let's talk-
imagine how long it's going to take to clean up after this?
200,000 people, we say. Was that what we were just saying a second ago?
Yeah, that's
I
Let's think
don't know.
about
That
this.
sounds like a lot.
If they each make a pound of poop a day, and they're there for a week,
Oh my God.
That's
200,000
that's over.
pounds of poop.
That's 1.2 million pounds
Maybe,
of poop.
maybe they'll fertilize the desert.
This could be what the desert
Greening.
needs.
That's
An
what we need.
oasis.
Greening.
Area 51 will be an oasis when it's all over and done with.
In the maps in the future, there's this weird oasis. Yeah, this was created in 2020 or 2019.
You don't want to know how. Can we drink the water?
Ooh.
the oasis is going to be a
still
bunch
very-
of Doritos
So,
wrappers and
Do
stuff.
we think it
that's
could be
all.
a success?
No.
No. In any
Well,
way,
how do you
any way,
define
shape,
success?
Well, that's what I'm saying. In any way, shape, or form, it's likely not going to
Well,
be successful.
is the success getting through the outer fence? That's part of success. but-
Maybe they might do that.
But you're not getting into the facilities.
right.
No,
they may
that-
breach the fence.
That's one thing. It's a
Climb
chain
over
link
it.
fence.
How many people would it take for this to be successful? For they could just storm Area 51, go knock fence down, get all
Yeah,
the
but
way
what are
back.
they going to do? Shoot these people? They
That's
can't.
what I'm
I don't
asking.
know.
Even if they did, How many people's it going to take?
You'd have to. Well, they'd probably get out riot gear first and foremost. Start shooting beanbags at them.
Tear gas.
Would they? Do they got beanbags at Area 51?
Probably.
Well, now they
Come
do.
on,
They're
man.
ready.
This Area 51.
It's Area 51,
They
exactly.
got sonic beanbags.
They're gonna do, yeah. It's
shoot
gonna
you.
be something like one of those sonic energy blast.
Oh yeah, we're talking aliens.
Come on,
Like
they're
the
gonna
Hulk.
they're
the
gonna
movie.
throw some electromagnetic thing out there that's just gonna.
Let's turn on the
EMP.
microwaves. Let's turn on the microwaves. Melt everybody out there. That's radar testing. You shouldn't have been so close.
We got that new heart
Yeah,
stopper.
Armand just said it. It's EMP.
Yeah.
Send out a big EMP. Nobody's stuff will work.
You kill everybody with a pacemaker.
Well, they'd be dead.
Everybody's heart's gonna misfire.
Well, a gun will work still, right? I mean,
Well, that does it. I'm going.
right?
I wish you would go.
I don't have the guts.
Yeah, I don't know that
There's
that's
a lot
going
of
to be
chicks
good.
out there, though.
Do you think this is a cool thing? This whole rating. Do you guys find this to be cute at all? You know what I mean? 'Cause
Why
it's taken-
now? The question is why now?
Right, what brought this
Yeah,
up?
what all of a sudden?
A couple things. I think that resurgence of Bob Lazar on the
Yeah,
documentary.
Yes.
To me, it seems like this started just after that thing hit Netflix.
That's fair. Since the
Just
whole
an
Bob Lazar
observation.
thing.
I don't know if it's true, but that's
Yeah, it could be.
to
though.
me. That's
So what
kind
do
of
these
where it
people
started.
think is there? An
That's
actual
what I
alien?
wanna know.
Yeah. What do they think they're going to find? It's like Al Capone's vaults, you know?
Well,
That was empty.
Well,
Well, I would say if you get in,
Not
that's probably-
always.
Well, that's a good point. He probably eventually had, or originally had something in there.
so what do we want them to do? What would we want the government to yield?
No.
Hell no. That's what I said. Somebody should just said they should just let them in. Ooh.
No.
Fuck no. If they're
Governments-
gonna let 10,000 rednecks in there, what do I want? No way, dude.
Governments need secrets.
Hey, Larry.
They do.
What do you think this blinking red
can I
button
quote you on
does?
that?
Yeehaw, push it, bud. I bet it's a turbo.
Yes. Governments need secrets.
Yeah, it's and that's just, let's be serious about things. If every single citizen knew every single thing about our government,
We'd be underwhelmed.
yeah, but I'm not,
come on, all
sure
we gotta do
there's
is
anything.
kidnap one and know everything,
I don't
right?
know how much national security hinges on Area 51 in Nevada anymore, though. You know, I mean, I'm inclined to let them go in there. They'll be disappointed as hell.
I agree.
What are they gonna find in there?
I'm not
Well, you're
inclined
gonna
to
find-
say
Time,
go
you
ahead,
can't
look.
yield. You can't
gonna
yield
find-
to this.
Put it to bed.
There's no
You're going to
way.
find
Finally.
stuff that you don't know anything about. Like, okay, maybe you find one of those prototype UFO flying discs that they tried in the late 40s, which you can go on YouTube.
So say it's even better than that. You remember
And
Men in
see.
Black? Whenever they walk in that room at the beginning of Men in Black, and they got all the fucking things that ball bounces around everywhere. Even if you find that, you're not knowing what you're looking at.
No, you have no idea.
You get let loose in that room, and you could let that ball out, or whatever this fucking crazy tech is. I was talking to Eric about it at lunch today. What if there is an Area 51? They have energy weapons and all kinds of that
Wouldn't
shit.
they remove? They've had so much
we
they've
talked
gotten all
about that.
pre-knowledge. They just move all that shit. Yeah, sure. Look,
It's already gone.
yeah, go ahead, look around. Who cares, right?
It's further on the list.
Oh,
We're gonna get to that.
damn it.
Hey, don't hand him paper. He's not going to follow
He
it.
can't
Yeah, I
even
don't-
read. What was I saying? Oh, if they've got energy
Don't
weapons and
email
things
me
like that,
either.
there's no reason they would even bring these things out, though. There's no point whenever you've got standard projectile weapons we've got now, doing the job, shooting people in the desert just fine. And why let the world know that you've got this extra tech when you don't need to show that you've got this tech yet?
And you would.
Because current tech is good enough.
Right.
So do you think they're going to cordon the place off and not let anybody in?
No, I would think
Or
if
what
they,
are they gonna
if
do
they
with these
actually
crowds?
thought there was a problem where they were going to get in, they would have the shit moved out.
Right.
And
That's
you
what I
would
think
see a
they're
huge
doing.
buildup. If
But
there's-
are they going to let them? What are they going to do if 200,000 people show up on their doorstep?
They're going to get an official out there with a fucking megaphone. Thank you for your interest in the government things. We appreciate it. We love you all. There's nothing out there like that. Unfortunately, we can't let you come. This is an active military installation.
We are offering bottles of
Man,
water
it's
for you
not
guys.
even going to get to that.
Don't think?
First of all, you got to have a staging point.
They do. They have a staging
Rallying
point. They're
point.
meeting at, hold on. The group has a meeting at the Area 51 Alien Center tourist attraction.
Right.
Sounds
And
like
they'll
a
coordinate
place.
entry from there.
Yeah.
It says if they Naruto run, they can move faster than the bullets, which again shows you that it's bullet. Naruto is a fucking anime. So what they're saying is if you can run faster than fucking speed of light, you can get right around their bullets, which right there that shows you they're all full of shit.
Yeah.
But no, okay.
There's
so say,
no practical way to do this without being stopped miles.
I could see the government sending
beforehand.
out an official person to come out there and address the crowd. I could see that. You would want to have
I
a
could
voice.
see them shutting the highway down that 40 miles away.
Yeah, the
Why
Nevada
not? I mean,
State
come
Police
on.
will put an end
Yeah,
to
this-
this before it
this
ever
could get
develops.
easy.
It could
This
end up
could be
being just a
easy,
press
you're right.
release. But say they do have somebody
Show
come
up,
out.
you're arrested.
Say, all right, thank you for coming, but you got the one person in the front who's the asshole that goes, they can't stop us all.
Oh,
Charge.
you mean Leroy Jenkins?
Leroy Jenkins is there.
Leroy Jenkins. Tony knows Leroy Jenkins?
Tony knows
What do you
Leroy
know about
Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins. Leroy.
Leroy!
God damn it.
Jenkins!
All right.
It's classic.
So
What do you think would happen? then?
Armand
You think
has
they're-
no clue
idea who you're
what we're
talking
talking about,
No.
and I love it. And it shall remain that way.
That's
I'm
okay with
usually
me.
the Leroy Jenkins.
So on the signage outside of Area 51, the posted penalty for trespassing at Area 51 Groom Lake is a $1,000 fine or 6 months imprisonment or possibly both, and it says strictly enforced, and it is also a no drone area, by the way. Some guys got really smart one time and got to that lookout point 26 miles away.
Oh, that makes
Instead of
sense.
fucking drone in. Well, they shot that down and then they put up signs about, you know. don't
What'd
do
they
it.
shoot it down with?
I don't know. I don't know they actually shot it down. I'm making that part up. Probably shot it down.
But there again, what are you going to see? It's for the drone. It's all inside, right?
Depends if you
What if they've got something wheeled out of one of the hangars? Normally there's 26 miles
You
between
think
you.
they take stuff outside?
yes.
Well, I mean, if it's a plane, you have to
Armand,
fly
if
it.
you're going to put it on the again, that's why I mentioned the
What's wrong with
radar
it today?
pole. If you're going to put a plane up to send this, the radar signals at it, yeah, it's observable.
Yeah, but if you have, like I say here again, if you have all that, right? Let's say they have all this, and you're the government. You know that Area 51 is notorious. Would you do any experiments in Area 51? You go up to the Aleutian Islands. or
You're right
something.
there because in 2013 they actually
Probably
Acknowledged
Crazy.
in 2013 they acknowledged that it fucking existed. At that point you got to figure
right.
it's useless for
Okay,
anything.
so yeah, let's do our experiments right
that
there where
is-
everybody
Where
suspects
everybody
it.
ought to go is south towards Dulce Base in New Mexico, where the real fucking aliens are.
Oh, really?
Get a little
That's where
carried
they
away,
are.
but there's a good. Well, the story goes down in Dulce Base. There's fucking 2 different types of aliens there. There was an alien war that went down between the Greys and some other type
At
of
Dolce, yeah.
It was
When-
nuts.
when was this?
Nuts. This is years ago.
So-
Look it up. Read a comic book.
So I was thinking earlier today that the people that we all discuss this is like a meme, really, right? It's like a joke.
Yeah.
Everybody's go there for fun. So
It's fun.
But you get out there and you're having a good time, and now you're at the gate Area 51, and you got 150, 200 assholes up
Stoned
front.
out of your gore because weed's
Yeah,
legal
and
in
they-
Vegas
and they're-
or Nevada.
Let us in. Mob mentality. There'll be a certain amount of people that will just flip with that and go for that mob mentality and try to rush the place. Right? I mean, do you think?
Fucking 300 RVs tearing ass across the desert.
Right.
Hells Angels
They
out
can't
there.
stop us all. That's the
That'd
name
be
of the
interesting,
movement.
wouldn't
But what was that movie?
It was
Megaforce,
Independence Day.
Ultra Force, 80s movie where they
Maximum
were
Overdrive.
storming across the desert like that.
I remember in Independence Day whenever they had that happen.
Yeah,
They
kinda
drove
like a
right towards
Mad-
Area 51.
Kind of
toward
like a
Area
Mad
51,
Max
yeah.
movie, but with cooler cars.
Cooler than Mad Max cars?
Well,
Wow.
Not-
Police interceptors, the last of the police interceptors.
yeah, I could see that. That'd be fun.
Well, there's going to be somebody gets out of line.
I
If
do
they're
think
going
it-
all the way out there. They're going
yeah.
to.
Hey, look, Armand,
storm
this is
the
a good
place.
movie script nonetheless. So
Well, don't tell anybody.
Get your team on it.
What about this? Here's your script, Armand. You got a buddy who's dying. The last thing he wants to do is get in Area 51. This is happening. We're going
Yeah.
out there. We're taking my buddy for his last fucking run, and we're getting it in. He doesn't make it. He dies when we get there. But, at the end of the
You won't
movie.
bury him there?
At the end of the movie ends right as the rush happens.
Or
An alien resurrects him.
you throw him over the fence,
that'd be
and the
cool.
alien cures this thing.
There you go.
It's just tossing.
Toss the body over the fence.
Hey, you got any of them aliens? Can I ET this motherfucker back to life? Touch him.
Here's. But on your prep sheet is why I would never.
Weekend at Area 51.
It's good. Why I'd never want to be in there.
What is that?
Look. There's got to be some biological germ
Doesn't have
warfare
to be.
type.
If it's strictly an Air Force base, there doesn't have to be anything like that.
It doesn't, but I would assume they might be.
If it
I
is an
wouldn't
alien place,
risk-
yeah.
I wouldn't risk it.
Here again,
No,
though,
not even to deal with an alien.
You think it could be
but
like
no, anything top secret or lethal, I think they would move out of this place because the word's out on this. I mean, how stupid can they? Well, it's a government. I guess they could be pretty dumb.
yeah, they could be.
But this would be the last place you'd put anything that
I gotta wonder how
gives away these secrets.
just in a alien physiological point of view how compatible is our life with their life? Can their viruses and germs hurt us? That's the question I would.
Well,
wonder.
okay.
That's the movie there.
War of the Worlds.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the book.
Yeah.
So if you want to go into pragmatic point here and just let's go ahead and assume.
Sure.
Right?
Let's assume.
It makes a lot of sense then if you actually did have an alien to keep it out in the middle of the dry desert in some underground bunker
To keep the microbes from
to
escaping.
keep
That's true.
whatever biological bacteria or virus that could decimate our ecosystem would be. However, I think Armand, you would agree here, by the time you got the being to quarantine, the cat's already out of the bag.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Back in the 40s and 50s, whenever you didn't have, like the easy wireless technology that we have these days, it might have been a little easier to track something across, track something across the desert and put it in a base before people hear about it.
Right.
But
Do it all
no,
night.
hearing about it's one thing. But I'm talking about the bacteria or the virus getting off the entity and just out into the ecosystem.
I mean, we've all
before it
seen
even
ET.
gets quarantined.
We've all seen ET, which we know is based on bullshit. But it's probably
good
pretty
movie.
close to what the reaction would be. Send in your dozens of troops, head to toe, in their fucking, not scrubs, like the hazmat gear.
Hazmat suits, yeah, level 1.
Come in with your big sprayers and liquid nitrogen, whatever you can to just kill anything, keep it from getting away.
Well, to contain it.
To contain it, exactly. That would
Well, what was
contain
that?
it would be number
there was
one.
a move, wasn't that Michael Crichton? What was it? The came out in '71 or something. What the
Strain, something.
yeah,
Andromeda strain.
Right.
That's
yeah,
what it
Andromeda
was.
You're right. Yeah.
That's basically what that was about. Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
So, because part of my other thing is, if an alien life form can get here from wherever there is, shouldn't they have already thought about, if we show up at this planet, our presence may eradicate the planet. Because here's what the Europeans never thought of. When we step off the boat, these poor indigenous people in the Americas, they never thought they were going to wipe them out by smallpox.
well, they
But they
know
never
that.
knew what there was.
Exactly.
Right. Of course not, yeah.
Exactly.
But
But
maybe-
if you're
No
smart
alien.
enough to get to another
I don't know.
solar system, aren't you smart enough to somehow contain whatever virus or bacteria you have?
What if
Well,
you
we
stole that
find enough-
technology from a smarter species? Say a dumbass species happened to steal a spaceship.
I'm just a big dumb alien
No,
bug,
again, I
Yeah, but
reference
would you
Star
even
Trek. This shit's
suspect
happened.
that? I mean, would you hey, maybe on that planet, I mean, not that bacteria are universal. I mean, you think, maybe there's an organism so small that we can't even detect it.
Well,
and it's
maybe, but
microscopic, and it
even
could kill
us, right? When we just had the 50th anniversary of the Apollo landing.
Yeah.
Okay.
They used to quarantine guys. Yeah.
They quarantined the 3 astronauts, one of them who didn't even
Right.
walk on the moon,
Right.
Collins.
Yeah,
They were
well, that was
quarantined for 21 days.
Yeah, but not at the end. Like 17, 16, they didn't quarantine.
No,
anybody.
because
They
but
knew
I'm
that
just
was
talking
dumb.
about 11
Yeah.
because they didn't know.
Yeah.
But they thought about it that, wait a second, let's not bring something back that wipes out.
Gentlemen, there are space germs on the moon, and we can't risk it. Quarantine!
Well, I'll tell you what,
I don't blame them. I'm glad they did it. Fuck.
a tardigrade
safe
could
and
live in space.
Yes,
Those
what do they
stupid-
call those, water bears?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those damn things, you can't kill them.
What are they?
Water bears, they're the little
Tardigrades.
microscopic life that look like a little fucking 8-legged bear.
Yeah, they live in like 800 degrees centigrade. They live
Really?
on
They can live in the
freeze- you
vacuum of
freeze
space.
them and
They
vacuum,
can basically be dormant for years and years
Yeah.
and years
And
and
they
years.
come back to life?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, that's scary.
So, yeah, that's amazing.
Well, they
Oh,
think,
fuck.
but they think those things, Eric, can travel on an asteroid.
I think so too.
And if
I
an
would think.
asteroid
That's called
burning up on
transpermia.
entry into the atmosphere, it would still survive. That, as Armand
We
said.
gotta send those fuckers out into space.
Think about stuff like
let's
Mad
eradicate
Cow.
everything.
Think about like Mad Cow. How that stuff can survive
Cephalitis.
super, super hot fires. You can't, it takes like 5,000
That's a
degrees
prion, yeah.
to destroy that. But my point is, there's got to be types of other biologicals that can extend this extreme heat.
But there are on Earth.
Right.
For instance, like just go to the west of Area 51. Go to Sequoia.
Sure.
The sequoia seed doesn't germinate unless there's
there's
like
fire.
a forest fire.
Right.
It
Really?
needs that type of heat.
Fucking learn something new.
Yep.
So what was the point? What brought all this biological?
We're just saying what there
Well,
might
no,
be.
I
down
was
in-
saying one of the reasons, even if I wanted to go, I would not rush into a place like this because I'd be like, there's got to be something biological they test here. One of these yahoos is going to
That'd
let
be
it
funny
loose.
if they actually broke in there and killed
What
them
if it
all.
ends up being like Alf? Ha! I kill me.
Oh, that'd be sensational.
That'd be fucking
I'd be
cats.
so happy you had no idea.
Well, let's cut to the chase. Is there an alien over there? What do you think?
I say no.
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 I would doubt
Nothing?
it.
Not
anything,
there.
anything extraterrestrial? A
if
piece
we-
of a spaceship?
Well, hold
anything?
on. Now, when you say anything extraterrestrial,
Yeah, like a spaceship.
no.
Not anymore.
Yeah, probably not anymore. At
Wasn't the
least
claim was
technology-
though that a lot of our technology is, little by little, they're just letting some of this siphon out, and
What's that other little
right? Isn't
site
that
that's
the
built
theory?
into the side of a mountain, like S2 or something like that? There's another site that's
I
real
know.
close to Area 51.
Really?
Yeah, that's supposedly got way more alien tech than Area 51 ever thought
Was it
about having.
like
Remember the
NORAD?
name of it.
Oh, hold on. I
like
think
if
it is
I-
S2.
What, in the United States, Western
Yeah.
United States?
S2. Let's see, alien.
That's one thing I got to say, because you've lived out west,
Yeah.
driven through the west.
Oh yeah.
Man, a lot of Midwestern and Easterners just don't understand how much room there is out there.
I don't. I've never been out
Nothing. Is.
I
The
mean,
Mojave Desert is nothing.
Just
yeah.
nothing for miles upon
Hundreds of miles.
upon miles.
I was only ever
S4.
I just went to Vegas. We flew in and I was right back out.
Did you look out the window?
Yeah, it was fucking mountains and
something.
shit. That was cool. I never saw mountains before, so
But
I was excited to
There
see
is
mountains.
Eric. That goes on for you fly north. That just goes on all the way to Canada.
Oh man,
There
that's
is
fucked
nothing out there.
Sagebrush, sand, casinos.
Casinos, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all the way to Canada.
Yeah, Bob Lazar was
strip
actually
goes all the way up
supposedly
He worked
employed
there.
at
Yeah, he-
S4
No, he did
and
work
Area
there.
51.
And at S4. Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
but it
know
turns
that.
out Bob Lazar's mostly full of shit because he said he went to MIT and another place. Turns out he never went there. He never worked for the government like he fucking claimed. There's no records of any of that.
Well,
again, this could be government
Did you
conspiracy.
watch the new Joe Rogan thing?
I
or
did.
not?
I have
You
not.
did.
No,
And-
not the Joe Rogan one. No.
No.
Did you watch the Bob Lazar thing
Yes.
that they just put out?
I look. Here's. I think this is totally practical. I think Bob Lazar was fed a bunch of stuff because he fit the personality type that would one day talk and provide them even a better cover story.
So they load this boob up with all these fantastical ideas and let him out at the public.
And one of the reasons he doesn't like talking about it today is because I think he realized he's been had.
he's like, I was a
How about
fucking patsy.
How about the guy that was on that like midnight show Neary or whatever? This guy
George Norrie.
Norrie, yeah, the guy's supposedly a colonel or something that supposedly saw all this. Did you hear him? I heard him one
George
night.
Norrie used to be
George, that's the
our
guy
neck of the
from,
woods.
Yeah, but this guy was a guest on. you
Oh,
know,
he's a guest,
on his show.
Oh,
And
no.
supposedly he was a colonel that actually saw this stuff.
Okay. But again, if you want, here's why
I think they keep that secret.
no, because I'm fascinated by this part.
Yeah, he did coast to coast
Yeah,
for a while.
George
and-
Norrie. Yeah.
So, and Armand's referencing a guess.
yeah.
But if you are in military intelligence and want to run disinformation campaigns, this is the holy grail. This is the honeypot of disinformation because you can peddle anything and slap that
Can you imagine
Area
how-
51 or Roswell onto it, and you can almost damn hide something in plain sight.
That'd be a cool job to have. You know what I mean?
Disinformation for
Yeah.
it'd be wonderful.
Oh, I'd be so good at that.
Yeah,
Making
they
up
had
bullshit.
that Ministry of
making up
Disinformation.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
you
can
gotta
make up
be,
some shit,
it's
bud.
gotta be just believable enough.
I don't know about that. I think I think the bigger the lie, the more it'd be bought.
Depends on the
I
case.
think, yeah. The
Sometimes.
screwier you make it, I think the more people would believe it. That's what Hitler said, anyway.
Eric thinks this is going to be a big ass rescue mission in the works.
Yeah, I think it's
people
a
are gonna go
rescue
out there and get fucking.
I don't think the
stranded.
government's going to kill people. I think the government's going to have to fucking go out there and rescue 100,000 idiots.
Well, then the fine better be up from 1,000 a person. This better be a revenue generator for the government.
right.
Then, for God's sake.
Well, I mean, if it's 40, what did you say? How many miles?
Because
until
here-
civilization, basically.
I want to get out there and run my own vending spots.
Yeah,
fucking
hot
sell
dog
bottles of water
stand.
for $5 each.
yes.
Clean up with a hot
Here's
dog
the other
stand.
thing. This is a perfect opportunity for Ocean's 14. While all the law enforcement go up to save those guys, you pull off the biggest heist in
yeah,
Las
listen
Vegas
here,
ever.
bud.
Ocean's 14, you rob 14 casinos simultaneously. There's 89 actors in this movie.
No, we rob every
women and
facility, every structure at Area 51. Well, they're all trying to take care of everybody. We get in there, minimum, they'll have minimal staff right there. They're all helping everybody
Here's what I say:
outside.
the most people die from wandering into the desert,
Yeah.
Yes.
getting away from the group, thinking I'm gonna go out here check some shit out, see if I can
Right.
find me one of these holes in the desert and become fucking just
They
scorpion
make
food.
they make one turn around a little
Get drunk at night, freeze.
Yeah,
that's
because
the
it
other
freezes
thing.
out
You
there.
are going
How long
to-
are they going to
People
be
don't
out
know
there?
that.
What's
days.
yeah?
They're about to storm the whole fucking base, bud. Yeah, it's going to knock
How long does
take a
that
while.
take? I mean, the Battle of Waterloo was what?
Till they fire up the
8
jets.
hours?
They ain't bringing horses.
Right, till they fire up the
yeah,
jets.
yeah.
Happening-
artillery either.
It's scheduled to happen Friday, September 20th. I guess we should have said this earlier. Friday,
yeah, I was
September
gonna
20th.
ask. Okay.
We got time now, boys, to put the shit together. We could sell T-shirts. We could sell
T-shirts
food.
would be-
We could sell water.
Yeah.
All we need is a tractor trailer basically full of water.
We got to get a
can
business
retire.
license in
Marijuana?
America, too.
Basically,
Marijuana.
It's legal there. We could sell
I'd
that.
sell marijuana if I were you.
Cocaine.
You could do Smokey and the Bandit, where you're literally, instead of running Coors beer, you're running a tractor trailer full of bottled water out to the desert.
Westbound down. Loaded up with Aquafina.
Yeah, no shit.
That'd be a good fucking scam, though, dude. Go out there with a couple hundred cases of water and just sell it.
$10 a bottle.
Yeah,
Maybe-
Make it
maybe
more than
20.
that.
Whatever
In
the-
desert. Yeah. Whatever the market will bear.
you could literally
Pure
retire on that.
capitalism. Armand's getting a
You can buy the
Just
things
thinking
here.
about
I'm all
it.
for
It
it.
costs you what, less than a dime for a fucking bottle of water when you buy them in bulk at the store.
Yeah.
Go out there, sell that dime bottle of water for
That's what they sell at the ballpark.
1,000%
$7-8
markup.
bucks.
yeah, $10, 1,000% markup.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
you spend $50,000 on water, walk out of there with $5 million.
You think these dumbasses are going to go out there without water, huh?
Yes.
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 No, they'll go out there with 2 18-packs of
Armand.
Coors.
A canteen?
They think they could storm an Air Force base.
This is true.
They might have some water.
They're going
They
to have
might.
some.
You know,
that's
hey, I
one
brought
thing
this
I-
new canteen I got for this
Yeah.
fucking trip. You know, a canteen's worth. It's gonna be fine. I got all this beer.
Yeah,
I can
we-
live on
we
beer
got
for
beer.
3 weeks. I don't know, man.
Slim Jims.
Oh, hey, you do mention in your notes, Eric and E, the moon landing fake
Yeah,
there.
a lot of people think that there's a soundstage there that they actually did the moon.
Why would you,
landing.
need, to,
yeah,
why
that'd
would
be
you need
funny.
to do it there?
Because no interruptions and nobody's finding out.
Nobody's ever finding
Everybody
it
there sworn to secrecy, right?
So,
no, that's
so
just
many
the-
other better
Right,
places
no,
to do that.
And why would it still like that soundstage still exist? You need another moon landing filmed. I mean, you would
Didn't
never
we
find
do
it.
this in what was the movie in the 70s, Armand?
Capricorn One?
That's it.
Yeah.
You ever seen
You guys should
Capricorn
be
1?
brothers.
Wasn't OJ in that?
Oh, gee. Please, can you
What?
help me out?
I think OJ was in that one.
He might be.
Capricorn
Which
One.
one was Gene Hackman?
It
and,
was James Brolin, O.J. Simpson,
Yeah.
Elliot Gould.
Elliot Gould. Yeah, yeah.
Gold.
I like Elliot Gould. Good actor.
He's still around.
So
I guess.
Capricorn.
Hal Holbrook was in it. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Capricorn 1's about a faked
He's still
landing
alive.
on Mars.
Hal Holbrook's not alive.
Yeah, he is.
Are you sure?
He's
I'm
like
pretty sure.
96,
I
98
just saw him
years
the other
old.
day
Yeah.
talking about something. Yeah.
Yeah, he's around.
Yeah, wow, his wife died though. Who was
The
his wife?
Mandela effect.
Dixie Carter. That's who his
Yeah,
wife was.
Dixie
Yeah.
Carter.
How old is he? 96? Something like
He is 94.
that? Wow.
Which one of the designing women did you think was
glad
the
it-
hottest? Dixie Carter, Delta Burke, or Annie Potts, or the or Jean?
Had to be Annie Potts.
Pots.
Yeah, Annie Potts. Yeah.
I'm glad everyone in the chat wants us to take water out there and sell water. They want us to make money. They literally do. They're like, take Surreal Talk shirts and fucking water and get your ass out
we'll
there.
probably end up
They're like
dying
going,
out there.
You can buy labels really easy, cheap. Get it done, guys.
Hey, you guys
Oh,
get
if
it
you
done
had
without
the-
us and just give us a cut.
If
Surreal
you
Talk
had
labels for-
Surreal Talk
Come
bottled
on.
labeled water, non-traditional revenue. Oh,
Well, what
Not
about-
from the government.
but what are the logistics of this thing? Are they going to like?
Fluoride free.
We're gonna surround-
There it is.
Yes, it's $1 million idea. There it is, $10 a bottle.
What's that, Armand?
Well, are they going to storm? Are they going to surround the place and storm? Or are they just going to?
There's no. They're going to meet at that
Yeah, there's like a
restaurant and
rallying
figure it out
point.
there. There's
Oh.
2 million people going to meet at that one place.
At the restaurant, they're all going to get breakfast.
All right, pass it on. We're just going to run.
it's going to be the world's
biscuits and gravy.
It's going to be the world's biggest text chain.
It's going to be like Red Rover,
Yeah.
but one-sided.
And here's how you stop the whole thing: you just take the cell towers down, and it's over.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's over. They can't communicate.
Don't give that restaurant any bacon.
No bacon.
No bacon. You don't want them people getting too
we got to
crazy.
meet at Manchew's Red Fox.
It's like the scene in Bananas where they order takeout for the entire Revolutionary Guard. I'll have 800 coffees.
Yeah. When's the last time you made love? Let's see. What's today? Wednesday, Tuesday.
woman?
2 years.
God damn it.
All right, guys. You got anything else for Area 51?
So I want to
Yeah.
know everybody's final thoughts. I want to know what they think. Like, what's the most likely outcome? What's going on here? What do you guys think? How many people's going to show up? And if that many people show up,
I don't know.
how
I'm
much
going
are betting?
to
Just your
take it
spread.
down. I'm going to say 10,000.
10,000. And what's going to happen with those 10,000? Nothing.
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 A lot of citations.
Going to get scattered and
A lot of $1,000
nothing will
fines.
happen.
I hope
I don't know
so.
if anybody will get fined.
Tony, what do you
I think
got?
They're going to be pretty
Well-
lenient. But I think you're right. About 5 people probably die.
From just wandering out in the
sunstroke.
desert, or whatever happens. Get
Or
ran
just-
over,
or just
fighting,
Overdosing.
You get that many people together, shit happens.
Look, I mean,
Overdosing.
as well trained,
STDs.
It's going to turn into a goddamn Grateful Dead concert.
Everett, as well trained as the U.S. Army is, or any army, look at what happens when a large army moves. We always have casualties that are non-combat related.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Friendly fire.
It's not even friendly fire. It's you got ran over by a Jeep.
Happens.
You know, it should, and it sucks because,
Bitten by a scorpion.
well, yeah.
Camel spider.
My friend was in Iraq, and when they were
Rattlesnake?
moving, they had their tent set up. Well, because they were walking a long way, so they stopped for the night, and he died of dehydration in his tent in Iraq.
And oh god.
yeah, and that's a military. That's the military.
And they're trained.
happen.
They know what to do, and it still happens. These are
120 degrees
untrained
out there.
people.
Enough of
Oh
this
my God.
nonsense. How do we make money off this?
Well, the water. First of all, the water.
The water's
Second
the
of
way to do it.
all, porta potties.
Porta pot. Fuck. You get. If you own Johnny on the spot right now, you got to be going.
Line them up all down that highway.
Yeah.
Now, here's what you do.
You're
figure-
just driving through one big tunnel.
Oh, it smells so
Nah,
fucking
you're making
bad.
this. You're making this too hard. You retrofit a trailer on a truck to have like 10 porta potties on it. You get everybody using it, and each night you take it out to the desert and just fucking unload your shit right into the desert.
That's all right.
You just drive your truck back. You walk. You lower your fucking shit down. People get in there, fill them up. And you drive them out at night and get rid of them.
That can work.
That way you don't got to have a license. You're on the move. You put it where the people are. I mean, I'm telling you, water and shit. It could
Somebody's
be
gonna
could be
make money off this.
millions.
I agree. Well, okay, now we went around. Eric?
I have not yet. No.
Do you think there's aliens in Area 51? Do you really think this?
I don't think there.
I hope so.
Okay, so we're all in agreement. First of all, there's no aliens.
Not there now. If there was before.
No, we're not. You can't.
Well, that's
pledge.
what you just asked me. You just asked me if it's. Do I think they're there? I don't think they're there right now.
Okay, but then you do think that we have aliens somewhere.
If they were there before, they're definitely not there now.
Were they ever there?
I don't know. It's a secret.
There's the question.
I have no idea. Do I think it? I don't know. I'd like to say yeah, but I want to think yeah, but I don't really know. I have no idea. No way of knowing.
I don't think there was ever aliens there, honestly.
Well,
I think
fuck you.
I think it was just an Air Force test base.
Really?
I mean, you got to have some place to test the shit. They built the U-2 there. Obviously, they worked on the MiGs there. It sounds like the exact type of place that they're doing what they say they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, look, the Project Oxcart, which led to huge advances in aerodynamics, stealth technology. I mean, and not just making something invisible to radar, but refining your own radar systems and tracking systems for surface-to-air missiles, for, ground-to-air missiles.
Right.
For all those things. You need space and privacy.
I wonder what they pay for salary for somebody that's working on shit there. You know what I mean? Like, because it's
You
got to
remember,
you're
at the end of the day, you're a civil servant. These are not private contractors.
Well, I tell 'em go get-
Unless, I don't know, Armand, do you think they hire private contractors and then just do the security clearances and put them on the plane and fly them out?
There's smarter people in the private sector than there are in the military.
Yeah, but civilians, you going to trust civilians?
That's the
I
problem.
don't think so.
Well, there's no obviously non-disclosure agreement act, and you're fucking with the government, so if you really kind of tell our fucking secrets, he'll kill you.
Who was the guy that developed radar? Was it
Me?
His name? No, it was.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, Robert Radar. It's all right.
Renders Lee or something like that. The
Robert
British
Radar.
guy.
I don't know who did it.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that one, Robert Radar.
No,
What's
it's
his name?
radio detection
Fucking
and
Dewey
ranging.
Decimal.
That's
Oh,
what
the guy's name who made it there.
No, it was, you're wrong. It was Walter O'Reilly.
It's fucking Robert Radar, Tony.
from Ottumwa, Iowa.
That's funny. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging in there with us today, talking about Area 51, shooting the shit. If you guys are going out there, send us an email. Send us a voicemail. Let us know what your
Send us
plans
a
are.
ticket.
Postcard.
Take a case of water with you, and we'll split it with you.
Send us a ticket.
If anybody
Split
wants
the
to,
receipts.
if anybody really wants to do that water idea, let me know. I'll fucking sponsor it.
Yeah.
I'm not going out there probably because I like to live. But
Yeah. I like air conditioning.
I went on the Area 51 raid, and all I got was this T-shirt.
There
I
it
came up with
is.
that idea a
Good
while back.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
Somebody I know stormed Area 51. All I got was a stupid T-shirt. Yeah.
T-shirt has a bullet hole in it.
Yeah.
Check us out at surrealtalkpodcast.com. While you're there, make sure you give us your vote on the poll. Eric, Team Everett versus Team Eric.
I'm winning, like always.
Yeah, by not
If you
too
go to
much, though.
Facebook,
It's really a negligible amount. We're talking 2% margin of error type shit.
Yeah.
If you go to Facebook, just
don't
search
use like as a conjunction.
Surreal Talk in the search bar. Where there's also a group, so
Very
go to the groups and
sloppy
search
show.
Surreal Talk, Cults, Conspiracies, and the Paranormal.
Just say make sure you leave us a voicemail while you're on surrealtalkpodcast.com.
Oh yeah, that's right. We love to hear the voicemails, which we always listen to in our social show. So if you want to, go
Just
ahead and
coming up
download
here
that.
shortly.
Yeah,
Info at surrealtalkpodcast.com. You can email us there anytime you want.
we
Check
even
out
have-
our Patreon at patreon.com/surrealtalk. If you're loving us, show us the money.
yeah. We also have an
Eric says,
active Discord.
We give every bit to Armand.
all of it.
Yes,
all of it goes
of
to
it.
Armand.
I need it. I lost all my millionaire money.
Let's give him $50 to go to the casino with and see what he does.
Him?
Yeah.
The casino?
He'll come back with a sandwich and a.
Buffet.
Yeah.
I like the
Sorry
buffet.
guys, lost your money, and he's
and
got
a
a
hickey.
pocket full of money. He's got
I'll play
10
craps
grand in
with
his
it.
pocket.
Play craps.
I do not know how to do craps. I never learned that one.
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah. There's only two bets you got to know.
Yeah, we'll
Over
just
the
start you
line.
on pass bar.
Yeah. Come pass.
You guys want to hear a funny joke?
Yes.
Catholic priests should storm Area 51, so it would be aliens versus predators.
Oh, that's not nice.
That's pretty good.
That's
That's
funny.
totally appropriate.
That's funny.
Armand, a diocese, I forget which one, just announced that they have records on 64.
It was St. Louis, wasn't it?
Was it?
I believe it was St. Louis, yeah.
Jesus, wow. 64 that
Yes.
they knew about.
They were either
That's
child
fucked.
porn or actual pederasts.
Oh, I don't
That's
doubt
fucked.
it.
8-year-olds, dude.
8-year-olds, dude. For real.
Pederast.
Is that a pederast? I thought you had
Nobody
like
fucks
14
with
Go
Jesus.
around the
pederasts.
neighborhood and knock on everyone's door and tell them.
You're talking technicalities here, Armand. Doesn't matter.
Well, listen, strive for exactitude.
All you out there on YouTube, stick around 5-10 minutes. We'll be back for the social show. Podcast
right.
people, hit that little download button and get it. And I know most of you aren't listening to it. Well, half of you aren't. You better start, or Eric's going to be really upset.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll get
told me
mad.
He will
You
kick
wouldn't like me when
anyone
I'm
who's
angry.
on Team Eric off Team Eric if they don't listen
That's
to the
not
social
true
show.
either. But we'll have a nice talk about it.
All right, guys. We'll catch you here shortly. Thanks.
You gonna stick around for the social show?
Sure. I didn't know. Social show.
Social show's a new thing we do where we used to do the voicemails and everything at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
We split all the emails and all that shit out to a much more free range discussion and do a part 2 of every episode where we talk about whatever we want.
I think it's fucking great.
It is. All right, guys, we'll see you here out there in about 5, 10, 15, I don't know, 5 minutes. So
I gotta check my email.
see you.